Hi, everyone. My name is Kathleen Mellano, and I'm excited to present some of my dissertation work that explores how different social agents in youth sport can currently shape the quality of young people's athletic involvement. It's well established that significant others play a key role in shaping the quality of young athletes' psychosocial sport experiences. The role of adults and peers are frequently examined independent of one another. However, relationships with these significant others in sport occur simultaneously and warrant concurrent examination, particularly during adolescence. Exploring the goal and reward structures or motivational climate created and maintained by others may offer insight into the simultaneous influence of key agents. Existing research suggests that higher task climate perceptions are related to more adaptive outcomes, while greater ego climate perceptions are linked with more maladaptive outcomes. Some may argue the peer climate is a direct result of the existing coach climate. However, research has indicated that coach and peer climates are distinct from one another, as is evident by their weak to moderate associations. This suggests we should examine their unique and combined influence on sport experience quality. Therefore, the purpose of this study was to identify motivational climate profiles based on adolescent athletes' perceptions of both coaches and peers, as well as examine potential profile group differences on markers of athlete engagement. Participants included adolescent female competitive volleyball players who ranged in age from 14 to 18 years. These athletes completed a series of established measures of motivational climate, athlete engagement, perceived effort, and intention to continue sport involvement. A non-hierarchical cluster analytic technique was used to identify distinct profiles of coach and peer climate perceptions. Following the generation of the profiles, a series of group difference analyses were conducted. 4 distinct profiles emerged within the sample. A criterion score of zero point 0.5 was set to represent relatively high or low scores on climate variables, and assigned labels to profiles were based on the set of these scores. 2 mixed profiles emerged, which means moderate scores and climate perceptions were present. The 2 profiles that bookend those found align with previous goal orientation literature and represent theoretically most adaptive and maladaptive climate perceptions. Chi-square analyses revealed that there was a disproportionate representation of younger athletes in a context where both the coach and peers were perceived as fostering high task and low ego climates. Athletes who've won most competitions were disproportionately represented within the coach high ego, peer high task profile. Those with male head coaches were disproportionately represented in a context where both the coach and peers were perceived as fostering low task and high ego climates. A one-way MANOVA revealed athletes in profiles characterized by low task perceptions had lower scores on engagement variables than those in others. Those in the profile where both the coach and peers were perceived as maintaining high task and low ego climates showed the opposite. Athletes in the coach high ego and peer high task climate profiles had the second highest scores on engagement variables respective to the other existing profiles. Upon further investigation, it was discovered that those within this profile had high team success and have on average been with their current team longer than those in other profiles. It's possible that with time, athletes in this profile have come to accept the differences in climates their coach and teammates promote, as they've been relatively successful. Additionally, the existing peer motivational climate may provide a counterweight to the presence of alternative messages reinforced by the coach. To summarize, 4 distinct profiles emerged that were characterized by differences in climate perceptions. These profiles ranged from fully adaptive and maladaptive to mixed. This supports the idea that the peer climate will not necessarily be a direct reflection of an existing coach climate. It may suggest that coaches and peers fulfill separate needs. Consistent with theory and research, it seems as though those in the low task profiles may be more likely to experience lower quality engagement. This finding may be more salient due to the fact that our sample included only female athletes, and female athletes have a tendency to perceive more task-involving cues. This might suggest that they are looking for these cues, and when they are not present, it hinders the quality of their experience and vice versa. Future research should consider the use of person-centered approaches that will help identify and understand potential consistency in naturally occurring profiles. Additionally, longitudinal examinations will contribute to the understanding of the temporal stability of the present profiles. This sample controlled for sex by only including female athletes. Future work should explore possible sex differences in profiles that exist. Lastly, the finding indicating differences in age representation within the profiles suggests that future work should adopt a developmental approach to better understand the salience of climate throughout the youth sport experience. Thank y'all for your time. Enjoy the rest of your virtual NASPA conference this year.